All right, we are live, folks. Me and Matt just got back from seeing Cocaine Bear tonight, and let me tell you guys, it is everything that you expect it to be and more. Honestly, it
was absurd,
so ridiculous. Also, before you get any further, we're going to be talking about the entire movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, pause it.
Spoilers.
Yeah, pause it. Don't watch this. Come back after you've seen it.
You can't pause live.
Oh yeah, this is true. Oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
It's a tight hour and a half movie, which is
I think it was an hour and a half on the dot almost.
So, and that's the thing. You really don't want a long, drawn out this kind of movie. Because it's so just ridiculous. The fact that the bear would survive an hour and a half eating pounds of cocaine.
Oh, it was more than an hour and a half because they started during the daylight, ended at night. And then they kept going on and on and on.
This is true. The movie was an hour and a half, but still, like,
I think they said it would be like 15 minutes tops.
Yeah, I
20 plus pounds of cocaine.
I remember reading up on it. I think they said for like the 15 to 20 minutes that the bear would have survived, it would have been the apex predator on planet Earth, and nothing would have stopped it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, this movie was a lot more violent than I thought it was gonna be. I knew there was gonna be some violence, but like,
you knew people were gonna die, but like the gore was unreal.
Yeah,
like the amount of death and how people died in this movie are absurd.
And it's funny because like they tied in like 6 different random storylines together, all together. Yeah. Obviously, these aren't probably real storylines. These are just random people. You have to have characters,
right?
But and who says you can't make a love story out of this kind of movie?
Right.
Because they did.
There was absolutely like I know I was rooting for the bear the whole movie.
I was too.
Oh yeah, you have to root for the bear.
You're in her woods.
Yes. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
It's a she.
It's a she. But I mean, it was just so ridiculous because you had Ice Cube's kid. I forget his last name. It's like O'Shea or something like that. I forget. I should have wrote it down, but we just jumped on her because it's late in Ohio, so we jumped on here. Then you got the key lime pie lady from Dexter. If my Dexter people know who that is. You had Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family. You called that one out.
Yep.
And one of the biggest surprise people in this movie was the IKEA guy.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know. I guess that's the best way to describe him is the IKEA guy.
He doesn't have a huge part, but it's a great part.
No, I'm saying I'm just like to describe like his person, like who he actually is. Like
if you've ever seen his TikToks, you know exactly who we're talking about.
He's the IKEA guy. He's the customer service and IKEA guy. He's just randomly in it as like an EMS guy. Because I remember we were watching it, and you elbowed me, and I'm just like, I see him. Like, and I'm just like, who? And I'm watching it, and I'm like, who is this guy?
Right.
I've seen this guy somewhere.
Yeah.
Doing something. And then when we got in the car, you're like, that's the IKEA guy. I was like, that's it.
Yep.
And this was Elizabeth Banks' movie. It's I think her 5th or 6th movie she's directed. I might be off.
I have no idea.
But I personally enjoyed it. I was very much looking forward to this since I saw the original trailer and the concept of this movie. I was
Bear did cocaine.
Like, how can you not like? It's so just like the thought of this, the fact that this actually happened.
Yeah. Well, the concept of a bear doing cocaine in itself is just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's not like, it sniffed it. It did pounds and pounds,
20
pounds
of cocaine.
Pounds of cocaine. Like, and it's not like a grizzly. It's just a basic ass black bear.
And those aren't normally aggressive either.
Well, I forget what it said at the beginning of the movie, but yeah,
it was according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, they'd rather avoid like humans, and they typically don't attack unless provoked.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's just, and you know that cocaine obviously fell out of the sky, and like the clips that were at the beginning of the movie, those were like real news clips and everything.
Yeah.
So you know that all these people weren't part of this because that bear died 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
So you can't make an hour and a half movie about something that didn't physically happen, but the concept of
The mic's gonna pick that up. I thought all you're gonna. Okay.
of a bear doing cocaine and then going on like an absolute rampage through the woods is perfect. It's such a perfect concept, and the avenues that it opened were incredible.
Oh yeah. Like, you had 6 different storylines, and of course we had the '80s outfits rocking hardcore everywhere.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was just, and the one song that I wanted in it, you had to have the main song, and if it didn't have to the end credits, white lines. I won't sing it because I'll just ruin it for everyone.
Yeah,
but you all know what song I'm talking about. I was kind of hoping "Lit Up" would be in it by Buck Cherry, because that song about doing cocaine.
Yeah,
I was really hoping for that to happen, but didn't.
Yeah.
And so basically, we'll kind of break down what this movie's about. Besides, like this,
the bear did coke.
Besides that, so essentially, it's about a cocaine smuggler for the cartel, and one of his guys is throwing cocaine out of the plane, and he knocks himself out and dies from being knocked out in the plane, and basically his cocaine scattered all over the woods. So a dealer is looking for, we'll say, tens of millions of dollars of cocaine. He said the one bag,
14 mil.
No, the one bag was worth $14 million. They said.
Oh, that seems like a lot for a bag of cocaine.
It was also
double bag.
It was also the '80s, so it might have been.
But still, that seems like a lot for cocaine.
But that's what he said though. He said that bag is worth $14 million. Right for the shot.
I still think it's a lot for a duffel bag worth of cocaine.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. But essentially, it was a bad drug smuggling.
How many kilos do you think were in a bag? 15?
We'll go 10.
Let's just go 15.
Okay. And essentially, the cocaine just spread everywhere, and Kerry Russell is also in it, and she is awesome, still absolutely gorgeous. It's just the insanity of this movie.
Cocaine retail prices.
Okay. Here we go. Cocaine retail
they
prices.
Actually have cocaine retail prices. This is great. All right, let's find United States.
Oh my God, they have it by country?
They have it by country, by the year. All right, and oh shit, this is by gram. So how many grams are in a kilo? Oh, 1,000 kilos. Yeah, there's 1,000 grams.
Okay.
So
math. This episode's sponsored by math.
117 per gram times 1,000 times, what do you say? We said 15. Mm-hmm. So it's $1.7 million worth of cocaine back then. Wow, it's become super cheap.
Well, yeah, meth is like the new thing now.
Wow, Coke back in 1990 was $117 per gram, and now it's down to 82.
There you go.
Wow.
This episode's sponsored by...
You learned a lot of stuff tonight.
Math.
Sweet. So anyways...
We also talk about Ray Liotta is in this movie. He's not even like the star of this movie. Like, essentially, like, besides the bear, I feel like Kerry Russell is basically supposed to be the main star. And Ice Cube's kid. And I believe this was Ray Liotta's last film he did before he passed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
accurate. Which is pretty wild thing about his last movie he'll be remembered for is this one. And honestly, I thought he did an awesome job. He had a smaller part. He plays the drug smuggler guy. He's the main...
Ooh, heroin. Oh, that's per key?
Are you still looking up drug prices?
Dude, I'm looking up. They got heroin. Oh, cocaine wholesale. Prices U.S. per kilogram. Back in 1990 was $67,000 per key. That's a lot.
And how many bags you throw out the plane? At least 10 or 12.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, 14. It has to be $14 million total. Ooh, heroin per gram is $109,000 back in 1990. It's down to $33,000 now. It's getting ripped off. It's cheap. It's just cheap, bro.
Okay, we gotta talk about like what was the best. And I have to admit, like there's a jump scare part that should not have got me. It got me.
It got you good.
It got me
It got
really
you
good.
So good. You lifted out of your chair.
I did for like a hot second. And the thing is, it's so irritating that happens because you know it's coming because it's so quiet.
And I was like, you're like, huh? I'm like,
it got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, might have lifted up a little bit, but when a bear claw comes through a window and rips someone's face off, you're not expecting that. I mean, you kind of are because it's cocaine bear. But what you weren't expecting was the ranger to blow off the dude's head.
Oh, that was great. That's a top 5 favorite death. I wasn't. I didn't mean
to. And the best part was that like it was funny. I felt like I shouldn't have laughed at someone getting their brains.
It's very graphic. It was extremely graphic.
Blown off.
Yeah. They did a good job. Like, made it look realistic.
It was bad because I felt bad kind of laughing at like the gore, but I feel like that's the whole point that you're supposed to laugh at because it's so insane to think about. Yes, there's children in the movie, but the kids do cocaine.
Not just little lines. They take like, 3 tablespoons of coke. Out.
Yeah, they eat it. And I'm like, did we just have little 13-year-old kids do cocaine?
2 of them.
2, both, not 1, but 2.
Yeah.
In the same movie. And then the mom's like, not a big deal. Not a big deal.
You're grounded, but not a big deal.
And we're all
happy you're okay.
And at the end of the film, we even got like cocaine cubs.
Oh yeah, there's two cubs do coke.
Two
they
cubs
look like polar bears.
Yeah, they're baby polar bears, as the kid calls them. But yeah,
because they are covered in coke.
But yeah, so who do you think had the worst death and the best death of this film?
Honestly, I think the worst death was the park ranger. Because, you know, she got attacked, then ran off. Got attacked in the cabin, and then had to get hauled away in the ambulance. And then she gets launched out of the ambulance and is tied and literally skids to a stop.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, she smacks her face first.
Bam. And then her face drags across the entire ground for, 25, 30 yards?
Yeah. And the fact that they had this bear chase down the ambulance, saying going about 50, 60 miles an hour.
It was hauling. This thing was a torpedo.
In the back of this ambulance and rips his dude's arm off, and he's just like, it's like hanging there. And then it arm falls off.
Poor IKEA guy.
And like he just gets torn apart, man. So this whole poor lady. But the best death was by far the ambulance driver who just gets thrown through the window, dead. Quick, easy. You don't
I don't think you can call that the best death.
The best for her.
Best outcome for a death.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Quick, painless, and you don't really know what's happening. But this is cocaine bear. You have to have the best death.
Just Tyler Ferguson in the tree.
Oh my God, that was kind of great.
Yeah, they're like, bears can't climb trees. He's like, yes, they can.
Expert. Why in the tree? I don't know.
And they're like, and the bear's climbing the tree trying to get the kid. And all of a sudden he like turns. She turns and smells him, and he's like, oh shit.
I was fully expecting instead of it, because the trees are what? 25, 30
I was waiting for I was
expecting it to leap from tree to tree, but
it slid down. I was waiting for it too. I was waiting for the complete ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Of just launching from off the tree
to tree.
I was kind of hoping a tree to tree, grab him in one motion, and then fall, tuck and roll, and keep going.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of hoping for, but instead the bear climbed up the tree and just ate his legs off, and he basically bled out.
Yeah,
I think it's dropped in the head. And the kid goes, "I feel like that's somebody that sticks with it, man," because he was screaming like, "He's definitely dead." These kid actors, man, they were actually the boy.
The kid was awesome.
The little boy in this movie, I think it's Hunter or something like that. I forget his name. We just saw whatever. But I thought he was I think he kind of stole the show because he had some just
So, would you be upset?
Okay.
Would you be upset if kid did drugs, the baby did drugs? Yeah. Well, what if the kid didn't want to do drugs? Well, it's an addictive drug. Well, what if it chose not? We always know.
We will always find out.
Yep.
Yeah, I said whoever that kid was stole the show. I thought he was great. I gotta look up this guy's name. Let me pull up the. Let's see here.
This commercial break brought to you in part by Bush.
Not brought to you by Bush. O'Shea Jackson Jr. That's Ice Cube's kid's name. There we go. Yeah, then we just saw Ferguson, and then the little kid Henry. I thought it was Hunter. It was Henry, played by Christian Convery. Don't know who he is, but he was freaking hilarious as Henry.
Yeah, he seemed like he'd be a good fit for like Stranger Things. Did he not?
In the first season, yeah.
Yeah.
Those kids are like 19, 20 years old. They're like adults now. It's weird.
Okay, so it's a stupid show anyways.
You're a stupid show. Here's the guy's name, Scott Cease. That's the IKEA guy. He's a comedian. He's the angry retail guy.
Yep.
That's what his name is. I love it. This is his picture.
Easy there, bro.
Good save.
Yeah.
So
is that his IMDb picture?
Bryce might not be able to see it very well, but yeah, he's the angry retail guy. If you ever worked retail, you've seen his photo, you've seen his videos.
You know his work.
Yeah, you know his work. It's friggin' great. Let's see. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Who is the random hiker from overseas?
That is Christopher Heijev.
He's been in where did I see him?
He's been in Game of Thrones. That's where he's from. He's known for his role in Game of Thrones. Let's see what else he's been in. After Earth, The Thing, The Witcher.
Sure. I just ripped shit off your chair, sorry.
Fast and the Furious 8. He's in.
That's it.
He's in the Fast and the Furious 8.
That's what I know him from.
I know him. I recognize him from Game of Thrones. You. That's not your kind of show, but that's okay. So, over here breaking my chair, dude.
I just told you I ripped shit off your chair. My bad.
That's all right. It's a used chair. It's all good.
Let's put that there.
But yeah, Cocaine Bear. I mean, we got what we wanted out of it. I think. I mean, it's just
one of those things. Like
it's so
you'll watch it again, but it's not something. It's not going to be like a cult classic.
No, but I might put the movie poster up in my living room. I might put it right there. I might. I don't know.
It was a good movie. It's exactly what you expect it to be.
It's so hard to review this because you already know the entire plot is the bear does cocaine. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to review. It's kind of just discussing.
Goes on a rampage.
Oh, the whole scene with O'Shea Jackson and then the guy that tries to stab him and then the other drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
And with the cop.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bear shows up and lays on top of him.
And passes out.
It passes out.
Are you okay?
I think that's an okay, because I think it's okay. And then he says something about like
he's just laying there. I think we should go.
Yeah, whoever that guy was freaking hilarious. Also, he's like, we should just go before it wakes up. And the guy's like, it's not a guy. It's a she. He goes, how I know? He's like, how do you know? He's like, his vagina's on my ear.
Yeah.
And so like, and there's randomly just like a little Yorkie dog that becomes a storyline too.
Yeah, which is stupid.
It has nothing to do with the movie.
The thing is that a lot of the characters you meet aren't in the movie for very long.
Mm-mm.
It's a lot of very short,
but that's
10-15-minute little segments. Yeah,
like the opening scene after the guy falls out of the plane, hits his head, he's high on cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Is the two hikers, his wife, his fiance gets mauled to death. They're like, oh, we always have so much luck in nature. First Norway, now this. and the bear just rips her apart and throws the leg, and I was just like, oh,
So this is how it's starting.
This is gonna be that kind of movie. Again,
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be gory, but not like
There's a lot of blood.
that extreme. Like
there's a lot of blood.
I'm curious what the blood budget was in this film.
Probably gonna guess more than $16.
Why are you going with $16 straight? I'm
Because
like,
I'm saying more. I'm gonna take the over.
I'm talking
I'll
like
put money on the over.
how many gallons of fake blood do you think?
I'm gonna go over a gallon. I'm gonna take the over. That's a safe bet.
Yeah, probably.
No.
I'm gonna say close to 100 gallons of fake blood.
Probably, yeah.
Because you can imagine, like the Tyler Ferguson one. I mean, dude, how he was bleeding out for like 15, 20 seconds.
Well, a body only has 5 pints of blood in it to begin with.
Not in this movie. He has about 2 gallons.
Well, a body only has 5 pints of blood.
I understand that, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if you want to. How many deaths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's probably
Lots of death. It's like
a lot. There's probably 12, 13 gallons worth of blood. But then again, not all the blood comes out of the body.
True.
So let's just go with like 3 gallons.
Way more than 3 gallons of blood.
No.
Okay, Matt. They're not going to use the exact amount of human blood in the body. They're going to just use, or they're going to overdo it like they did, and it's going to be bloody and gory. Which is what
I'm just trying to be realistic here.
Okay,
being realistic in an unrealistic movie.
He's trying to trigger me, folks.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna get put in the chute, as my favorite radio host would say. 923. You're not gonna put me in a chute like that. No. Cocaine Bear.
What movie? 2023.
Yeah. It's just go see it, guys. I mean, it's an hour and a half. Movies are like $8 by us. If you're in California, I'm sorry, because your movies are way too expensive out there.
California. Ugh. So sorry.
But it's just let's just appreciate the greatness of Ray Liotta while we're here, because again, it's his last film.
Oh, and don't walk out of the movie.
Oh yeah, there's
once the credits start.
Two end
credit scenes.
Yeah, there's 2 end credit scenes that are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay for the end credit scenes. They're like 15, 20 seconds, if that, each.
Yeah. Not a lot. I don't even remember what one of them was. I just remember the sheep.
Yeah, the sheep one was funny. Well, we can talk about it. This is spoilers.
Yeah, I think it was the last one. The one weird guy.
Oh, he's talking about his buddies. Like, that's my crew, man. We're gonna rule the world. The one guy's holding his head. He's got his head ripped off. Everyone has his brains blown off, like sitting on the couch.
No, that wasn't the end credits.
You know what I'm saying? Just in the film, there's like a little quick flash.
Yeah.
They're like hugging it out in the woods.
Takes the bag of cocaine that he still has, throws it in the back with the sheep because he's trying to get to New York and stop, and got to pull the bag of cocaine out so the sheep don't eat the cocaine and turn into these, apex predators.
Cocaine sheep.
Honestly, they could have left it there and like opened it up to a whole new movie.
I wouldn't be scared of a sheep on cocaine. Just
really?
I don't think
I can look that up for you. Let's see how scared you aren't around coked up sheep.
I mean, if it's gonna run him, I'm gonna get away from him. I'm not gonna be like,
oh no.
I'm not worried about it.
They're on cocaine. They're apex at that point. Anything that's on cocaine outside of humans is an apex predator. I firmly believe that now. I mean, if a bear can become an absolute cruise missile and run at probably 50 miles an hour and launch itself into the back of an ambulance,
allegedly,
you're not going to trigger me now. Don't worry.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it did it. I saw it.
It happened. It was a real bear. It's a very well trained bear who just launched herself into the back of an ambulance and just ripped people apart.
Can we talk about the point of Gabe and how pointless his character was in this movie? The grandson. There was no point to having him in that movie.
There really was no point for him.
No.
Yeah, because one of the main characters, he has a son, and like he gets brought up like twice, and it's like, and he's in an end credit scene. And it's like, okay, what?
He wasn't even in the end credits.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
He absolutely was, because he picked up the dog in the end credits.
Oh,
yeah. Because remember the dog was chewing on O'Shea Jackson's fingers. He goes, they weren't going to attach him anyways.
Yeah.
That was a great line though, because he gets the fingers shot off, and the guy goes, "How did he shoot those off? They're not even next to each other."
He gets his pinky and his middle finger shot off. Like, I'm still trying to figure, like, how?
You'd have to be like this, reaching for the gun. He would have to do that.
But you have to have those fingers set. No one reaches for a gun like this.
I think that's just the ridiculousness of it. That's the one thing I can think
I feel
of.
sorry for his jersey. He loved that jersey and his shoes.
Yeah, they both got ruined. Like the shoes got
ketchup all over them.
Is that what it was? I
think it was ketchup or gum.
I thought it was gum, but it looked like it might have been ketchup.
Yeah. Ugh. Ruined his Jordans.
I don't know if those are Jordans.
Oh yeah, they weren't Jordans because Michael hadn't made those until what, 1990?
Yeah, those weren't Jordans yet, dude. This is the 80s.
Yeah.
Jordan,
They look like Jordans.
George got into the league in the 80s, right? Yeah, like 80.
I don't know. It's a ridiculous movie. It's a great movie.
Oh, dude. I mean,
you're gonna buy it.
I probably will. But I'm being honest, I will get it at the exchange for like $4. Yep. It'll be great. And we can move a poster right there. So future episodes, you're gonna see Cocaine Bear in the background. It's gonna be fantastic. I think this was casted very well. O'Shea Jackson, you had Ray Lloyd, Carrie Russ. You had three big name, actors that people know who they are.
Right.
To do this, I mean, Elizabeth Banks. She's been directing movies for a couple of years now, which is pretty wild because I think she started with the Pitch Perfect movies. Now she did the Power Rangers one as well. That one was kind of. We don't want to talk about that one.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We can talk about it if you want to watch it. We can talk about it and review it.
I want you to talk about it during Cocaine Bear review.
No. Well, I'll talk about it on a different episode because there's a new Power Rangers movie coming out next month. 2 months from now.
Oh, what movie are you looking forward to? It's coming out.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we have more exciting content coming. I just found out literally basically tonight that Bert Kreischer, I know it's nothing to do with Cocaine Bear. This is just a sidebar. That Bert Kreischer has a movie coming out called The Machine, about the story of The Machine. If you don't know who it is, look up Bert Kreischer, The Machine. You're welcome. It's
13 minutes.
What?
I think it's a 13-minute video of the story.
Yeah. And so it's coming out basically my birthday weekend. Last year we had Top Gun Maverick, which was awesome. Now we're like 2 for 2 on birthday weekends. Of course, it's Memorial Day weekend, so you're going to have movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really pumped that I know I'm going to go see that time I start birthday weekend. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, Cocaine Bear, I enjoyed it. This is exactly what I wanted. This is everything I need. I got everything I wanted out of it. I can't say that enough. I guess go see it. I can't stress to you guys enough. Go see this movie. It is, if you don't like gore, don't go see it. Because there's a lot of like Ray Liotta gets his intestines eaten out by baby cubs covered in cocaine at the end. It's really kind of gross.
It's awesome.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's gross at the same time. And somehow this bear takes like 19 gunshots to the chest and just doesn't die.
It wasn't. It was 4.
I know, it just seems like it was like 19, but
it was 4.
No, the Ranger shot like 4 or 5 times, didn't she? Or she missed. Oh, she missed. Yeah, because
she's awful.
Yeah.
Well, would you be able to survive Cocaine Bear?
I don't know. Probably not. If I'm being completely honest,
I would.
You'd probably be all right.
I'd be fine.
See, my thing is you're not gonna catch me out in the woods, so I'd probably be all right.
I'd still be fine. I'd survive.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just not gonna be out in the woods looking for bears. If I see a bear, I'm like, I'm gonna go the other way about 100 miles.
What if the only way to watch movies or do anything with movies was to go out and find them in the woods?
I guess I'd be watching a lot of TV shows.
No, you can't do anything.
You said movies. You said movies. Oh, sure, you said movies.
You would not watch TV shows. You live off of movies.
I live off Cocaine Bear.
No. First off, you wouldn't know Cocaine Bear was out there, right?
I wouldn't.
Right?
It'd be really sad.
Yeah. Would you die? You'd die.
I probably would.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Would you be climbing up a tree?
I used to be a good climber. I don't know about now. I'm going to climb a tree in a while.
I hate heights. I'm not climbing. I'd
We're
be fine.
fighting.
I'd fight.
Because he's a black bear. You got to fight.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah,
If it's black, you fight. If it's brown, you ground.
Yeah.
Go to the ground.
According to Wikipedia. And I like that they actually put up on the screen, according to Wikipedia. This freaking movie, man. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really got. Like I said, it's a short one just because it's the concept of this movie is just it's a bear doing cocaine. I mean, that's it. That's
great.
That's everything.
It's great.
So, again, I hope you guys enjoy this.
What do you give it? Give it a rating.
Oh, yeah, we should start doing ratings. Oh, I'm gonna give it like a solid. We'll go 6.9 is bouncing around in my head out of 10.
69.
6.9 out of 10.
69.
Sure.
Okay. I was gonna give it 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, after we cover Sharknado series, we're going to start taking suggestions for Matt's movie list.
Movie list
of movies that Matt should see or needs to see. Well, it's the same thing that we want to review because more than likely I've probably already seen them.
More than likely, I probably haven't.
So I want you guys who are watching this, you can reach out on here on the Messenger or if I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on all the social medias, Lifeofpy. Reach out and just tag it with Matt's movie list and just leave me a list of movies that you want us to review. And Matt, basically, we're going to have Matt review them with me. So that's what we're going to do.
We're going to make a new segment? Matt's movie reviews?
Matt's movie list is what we're going to start calling it. So we're gonna do Sharknado, then we're gonna jump into Matt's movie list. But I feel like after we do that, maybe we should start diving into Rambo because Matt just saw Rambo, the original, for the first time like a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. How do you not own Rambo?
I do own Rambo.
Where? Oh, it's First Blood.
Yeah, I have. It's Rambo First Blood. I don't have the rest of them right now though.
I still don't see First Blood. I don't see Rambo.
It's over on one of those piles.
No, it's not.
It's over there, bro.
It's not. I'm looking.
Well, I have it. We watched it here. I bought it so we could watch it. It's here.
Nope, it's not here.
It's here. But
so, anyways, go see Cocaine Bear. It was fun. Loved it.
Well, they're watching. They've already seen it.
Maybe they're watching it right now.
Maybe they are. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's all we got for you guys tonight. It's a short one, and we'll be back shortly with Sharknado. That one might be interesting. I don't know, because these movies are so ridiculous. Remember, there is 6 Sharknados. And until next time, I hope you've enjoyed your slice of pie.